What's up, event planners? Welcome back to Event Trends by Eventify. My name is Kevin, and I've got a question that might make you squirm a little bit. When was the last time you left the office before 8 p.m. during event season? Also, when did you last have a weekend that wasn't spent chasing vendor emails or manually entering registration data? Here's what's really gonna sting. While you're pulling these all-nighters, 45% of your fellow event planners are using AI to get the same work done in half the time. Right? And yeah, they're probably binge watching Netflix while you're still formatting speaker bios. But here's the thing. I'm not here to make you feel bad. I don't want that. I'm here to level the playing field because in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how AI can transform your chaotic event planning process into a well-oiled machine that actually gives you your life back. Let me paint a picture. It's Monday morning. Instead of staring at a mountain of mind-numbing tasks, you open your laptop and discover that your AI assistant has already analyzed 3 competitor events and spotted the trending topics your audience is talking about, generated compelling speaker bios from their LinkedIn profiles, predicted your attendance numbers with absolutely scary accuracy, found 5 venues that actually fit your budget and your requirements. If this sounds like a fantasy, trust me, it's not. It's just Tuesday for smart event planners. Hey, I get the resistance. When someone says AI, you might think of robots taking jobs or some complicated tech that needs a computer science degree. But here's what AI in events really looks like. It's that incredibly efficient assistant who never complains, never makes the same mistake twice, and definitely doesn't call in sick the day after the Super Bowl. Harvard Business School tracked this, and get ready for this number. Teams using AI deliver 40% higher quality work. Not 40%. That's not incremental improvement. That's the difference between surviving and thriving in this industry. And here's my favorite quote from AI expert Andrew Ng. AI is the new electricity. And just like electricity, once you start using it, you wonder how you ever lived without it. Now, let me ask you something that might hit close to home. What did you do last week that only you could do? I'm not talking data entry, not the vendor research, not copying and pasting information between spreadsheets. What actually required your expertise and creativity? I'll give you a second. Now, if that list is shorter than you'd like, you're not alone. And that's exactly the problem AI solves. You see, AI doesn't replace event planners. It rescues them from soul-crushing busy work so they can focus on creating experiences that matter. Remember spending hours stalking competitors on social media? Tools like Sprinkler and Brandwatch now scan thousands of conversations in minutes and tell you exactly what's trending in your industry. It's like having a crystal ball that actually works. Theme brainstorming used to mean sitting in a room throwing random ideas at a whiteboard. Now, I can ask ChatGPT for 20 creative, practical themes in 30 seconds. You pick the winner and move on with your life. Budget forecasting? AI tools don't just track your spending. They predict where you'll blow your budget before it happens. No more awkward conversations with finance about why catering costs twice what you projected. And venue selection. This one's a game changer. AI reads contracts faster than any human and flags those sneaky hidden fees that would normally blindside you 3 months in. But here's my favorite. Speaker content management. Creating bios, reviewing abstracts, managing communications. AI handles 80% of this automatically. One of our clients went from spending 15 hours a week on speaker coordination to maybe 3 hours. That's 12 hours back in their life every single week. This is where things get really exciting. Your attendees show up, and instead of awkward small talk and random business card exchanges, AI-powered matchmaking connects people who actually should meet. I had a client tell me one time that their attendees stopped asking, "So what do you do?" and started having real conversations about shared challenges. That's the power of intelligent networking. Your staff isn't answering Wi-Fi password questions for the 847th time because chatbots handle that. They're solving real problems and creating real value. And when something goes wrong, because let's be honest, something will go wrong, right? Your AI crisis management system helps you communicate with attendees instantly before panic sets in. Remember spending 3 days creating reports that nobody reads? AI tools like Tableau turn your event data into actionable insights in hours, not days. And these aren't just pretty charts, they're intelligence you can use for your next event. Okay, you're convinced. But you're thinking, hey, Kev, I can barely get my team to use our current event platform properly. How am I supposed to implement AI? Well, that's a fair question. But here's the secret. You don't revolutionize everything overnight. You start smart, like this. Week 1 to 2, find your pain point. What takes the most time in your current process? What causes the most stress? What mistakes happen over and over and over again? Pick one thing. That is your pilot project. Maybe it's registration management, eating up 10 hours a week. Maybe it's vendor research that takes forever. Whatever it is, find one AI tool that solves that specific problem. Then, in weeks 3 and 4, test and measure. Try it. But here's the crucial part. Measure everything. How much time did it save? How many errors did it prevent? What did your team think? I had one client automate their vendor research process. What used to take 2 people 3 full days now takes 1 person 3 hours. That is not just efficiency. That is transformation. And now when you get to month 2, strategic expansion. If your pilot worked, expand, but carefully. Remember, AI tools need to work together. Nothing's worse than having 5 different AI platforms that don't talk to each other. This is where platforms like Eventify shine. Instead of piecing together a bunch of separate tools, you get AI features built right into your existing workflow. But reality check. Let's be honest about the challenges. AI is not 100% accurate, but it's way more accurate than humans doing repetitive tasks at 2 a.m. Your team might need training on prompt engineering. Integration can be tricky, but here's what I've learned from dozens of implementations. Start with pilot projects, measure aggressively, and expand based on what actually works. Don't try to boil the ocean on day 1. I had a client, her name was Sarah. She's from Chicago, which is my old stomping ground. Chi-town, if you're ever there, get a beef sandwich. She was managing a 2,000 person healthcare conference and drowning in attendee questions. Basic stuff like, where's the keynote? What sessions should I attend? Can you help me find other cardiologists to network with? She implemented our AI Copilot. Within 2 weeks, 40% of attendee questions were handled automatically. But here's the kicker. Attendee satisfaction scores went up because the AI was available 24/7. It gave consistent answers and connected people with similar interests. Sarah's team went from reactive to proactive. Instead of playing human Google, they were curating experiences and solving complex problems. Or there's Mike in Austin. By the way, Austin, killer barbecue. I think I might be hungry, huh? Anyway, Mike used AI for the entire speaker management process. Instead of manually creating bios and chasing abstracts, AI handled the heavy lifting. Mike evolved from administrative coordinator to strategic curator. His events got better and his stress levels plummeted. Speaking of real impact, I have to tell you about Eventify's AI Copilot because it's solving problems for event planners just like you every single day. Every attendee gets a personal AI assistant right in your event app. They can ask natural questions like, what sessions would be good for someone interested in sustainability? Or which exhibitors work with companies my size? The AI doesn't just answer questions, it creates connections. It suggests networking opportunities. It helps sponsors find their ideal prospects. You know, it's kind of like having a concierge for every single attendee. And the results? Our clients see 40% fewer support tickets, higher engagement scores, and sponsors who actually want to come back because they're getting a real ROI. So here's the bottom line, and I want you to really hear this. AI in event management isn't coming. It's here. While you're deciding whether to try it, your competitors are using it to work faster, smarter, and more efficiently. But you don't have to overhaul everything tomorrow. As Google's Andrew Ng said, AI is the new electricity. You didn't rewire your entire house when electricity became available. You started with one light bulb. Well, not you, but your ancestors. Start small. Pick one painful, repetitive process and let AI handle it. Measure the results, then expand strategically. Here's what I want you to do right now. Think of one task you did last week that was repetitive, time-consuming, and honestly, kind of soul-crushing. That is your first AI opportunity. We've put together a comprehensive guide with specific AI tools for specific event planning challenges. No theory, no fluff, just practical solutions that you can implement this week. Check the description for free access. And if you want to see how Eventify's AI Copilot can transform your next event, reach out to us. We love showing what's possible when technology actually serves human connection instead of replacing it. All right, that's a wrap on today's episode of Event Trends by Eventify. Remember, the future of event planning isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. And AI, it's your secret weapon for getting there. As Sundar Pichai said, the future of AI is not about replacing humans. It's about augmenting human capabilities. That's exactly what we're doing in event management. Until next time, keep planning those amazing events. Just let AI handle the busy work so you can focus on what only you can do, creating experiences that matter.